House Speaker Mike Johnson says momentum is back and it is growing. However, Senate Republicans are set to meet with House committee chairs tomorrow amid some pushback from at least 3 or 4 senators who say the bill remains too expensive with just 3 legislative weeks left until the July 4th passage deadline. Joining me now is Michigan Congresswoman Lisa McClain. She is the chair of the House Republican Conference. Great to see you, Chair. Thank you so much for being here. And I want to get your take on where we are on this bill. Do you have an expectation as far as when you'll get it back in the House after the Senate makes its changes?
Yeah, what we're hearing right now is we'll get it back the last week in June, in time for us to get it passed by July 4th. So I agree with the Speaker. We are building momentum. Yeah, there are some family squabbles, but I think we've seen this movie before. So I'm optimistic that we're going to get this done by July 4th. Fingers crossed.
Yes. Well, look, the pushback, of course, has to do with the debt and deficits, with Ron Johnson kicking off this conversation within the Senate about what debt will look like by 2035. He says it's going up to 60 or $59 trillion. Rand Paul also has an issue with raising the debt ceiling for an extended period of time. I spoke with the Kentucky senator on Sunday. Here's what he said. Raj.
Most people estimate that over the next 10 years, the United States will add about $2 trillion a year, $20 trillion in debt. The savings, if you don't think the taxes or the tax cuts will cause a reduction in revenue, which I can accept that, and you say, well, the spending cuts are $1.5 trillion. That means instead of borrowing $20 trillion, we'd borrow $18.5 trillion. So the spending cuts are not nearly enough. The example of the explosion of debt is awful and not to be commended. We should be giving them very limited tranches of debt expansion and make them prove to us that they are good with money. But by no means should we give them $5 trillion and say, oh, just keep doing what you're doing. They have a terrible record, so they need more restraint and more oversight, not less.
So, Congresswoman, what are you expecting in terms of the changes that will have to be made to this bill?
Well, my hope is that there's not a lot of changes. And like I said earlier, we saw this play out in the House where everybody wants, something different, right? Everybody wants more cuts. Look, I want more cuts. Yeah. But at the end of the day, we have to get the bill passed. So do I think the Senate will put their fingerprints on it? Yes, I do think they'll put their fingerprints on it. I do think that they're going to change it a little bit. Where, I don't know. I hope it's not in SALT, but they can't change it dramatically or it's not going to pass in the House. I can also tell you, Maria, that Speaker Johnson and Leader Thune has been working hand in hand with the president since the day after inauguration to make sure that this gets done and this gets to his desk so he can sign it for the American people.
Yeah, we've already heard from Mike Lawler from New York, who said, I will not vote yes on this bill in the House if, in fact, the SALT deduction lift is not included in there. And, of course, the Senate doesn't seem to care about SALT at all. But GOP lawmakers are pushing to boost a proposed new tax on money earned by illegal migrants that's sent back to their home countries. Mexican President Claudia Sheinbaum blasting a portion of the president's bill, which proposes a 3.5% tax on remittances from non-citizens living in the country. Your thoughts on that?
Well, listen, I like the idea. I want to keep more money in the American economy to stimulate our economy for our people and our citizens. So it's 3.5%. It's not, that's reasonable, I think, and we need to stimulate our economy. So I actually agree with it.
So did the president of Mexico encourage Mexicans here in America to go and riot in Los Angeles? Do you know? I mean, who's behind this rioting? Obviously, the president ordering 2,000 additional National Guard troops to Los Angeles on top of the 700 Marines sent by the Defense Department. Anti-ICE riots stretching on for a 4th day. It looks like things are calm right now, but of course it's 5 in the morning there. Yeah. Do you think that the president of Mexico was encouraging Mexicans in America to raise the Mexican flag in L.A.?
I sure hope not. And I don't really think that's the issue. I think this is an issue of a sanctuary city. For the past 4 years, there being no consequence to people coming across our border illegally. There's been absolutely no law and order. Look, the Democrats have been the party of anti-law, anti-order. They are defunding the police. They are not for the ICE agents. They are not for the victims. They're for the criminals. They go and visit MS-13 gang members. They lobby to bring these people, these illegals, back to our country. No one should be surprised that this is the outcome of having a sanctuary city, having an open border, and actually trying to defund the police. Now, what's unfortunate is that Gavin Newsom can't keep his city under control. But this is what happens when you don't have law and order. You have anarchy. And if Gavin Newsom and the mayor of LA can't keep it under control and protect the American citizens, law-abiding citizens, Maria, then I can assure you President Trump will.
And yet now you've got Gavin Newsom suing the Trump administration over this. And what do you make of your colleague in the House, Minnesota Democrat, on the House floor the other day saying, well, I'm illegal? Now, we know, of course, she said she came to the country illegally, but since has gotten her status legally. She's a Minnesota representative. She's representing the people, and she came here illegally.
Yeah, therein lies the problem. We are touting the fact that I am illegal, I'm a criminal, and everyone's supposed to rally around that. How about we rally around law and order? How about we rally around following the rules? But the Democrat Party, they don't do that. So it's very clear. The contrast couldn't be more clear. The Democrats are for law, anti-law and order, and we're the party of law and order. You know, I don't understand why we're supporting and advocating for criminals. I don't understand it.
Yeah. What do you want to say about the agenda? I mean, obviously, the president's agenda will become clearer and executed once this gets passed. But right now, we're talking about the president's trade agenda with the talks underway in London between the U.S. and Chinese officials, just as the Department of Justice announced charges against a third Chinese scientist from Wuhan, accused of smuggling biological materials into America. She was detained after flying back to Detroit from China on Sunday. Authorities said that she sent 4 packages of the pathogen to the University of Michigan, both last year and this year. And of course, this is on top of just, last week's news that Chinese nationals were charged with conspiracy and smuggling a dangerous biological pathogen into America. I mean, these are safety issues, Ms. Chairwoman. I want to get your take on this because here we are negotiating with China about a trade deal while the undermining of America from China is underway.
Yeah, you're not wrong, Maria. I mean, listen, China's not our friend. They're coming after us militarily, economically, and for sure educationally, right in my home state of Michigan. And again, this is why we need to level the playing field and we need to renegotiate our deals with China right now. We need to get better deals with not only China, but all of our other trading partners around the world, which the president is doing. So I applaud the president to try and negotiate to get better deals and begin to put some consequences in place for the Chinese government to stop their nefarious behavior, or you're going to see some ramifications or some consequences to those negative actions. For far too long, this has been going on. Since I've gotten to Congress, we've been dealing with China. But this is the first president that is actually stepping up and trying to renegotiate a fairer trade deal for Americans.
Well, you're right, but it's hard to even, do any trade deal when you can't trust the other side if they're spying and they're bringing pathogens into the country. I guess you can't decouple, though, because we're so reliant on communist China for so many of our critical items.
We are, but we can start changing the narrative and changing the trajectory. So,
Congresswoman, it's good to see you this morning. Thank you.
Good to see you. Thank you. Have a great day.
And to you, Lisa McClain on Capitol Hill. We'll be right back.